Hello there, my friend. My name is Renee, and this is my best friend, Leah. She doesn't know
This is a true statement.
Yes. She doesn't know how to be on camera yet.
No, I know. I'm really awkward, so hi.
So we're gonna guide her. We were the weirdest kids I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm not even exaggerating.
Do you mind if I swear on your channel?
Swear all you want, buddy.
Yeah, we were really fucking weird. There's no way to other way to describe that.
My dad will only get mad if it's me. Wait, there's a pop-up on my computer.
Oh shit.
Make sure to swear a lot while I'm gone.
Fuck. What are you fucking doing, Renee? God.
I don't know.
Renee, don't cover my fucking plates, okay?
Don't cover your butt.
Renee!
Okay, so like I was saying...
You're still covering my succulent.
Your succulent can choke. It's sex enough.
Okay, bye. Leave.
That aside, we were legitimately the weirdest kids I've ever met. And I've met some really, really weird kids. And now you're covering your own succulent.
I'm not. Okay. A little bit.
So first, I think that... Okay, for real weird kid content, I think we have to start at square one, which is the cult.
The cult.
So we called it Sniggy Snack, which was short for Sniggy Snack, 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 Snack. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do. So, okay, let me start from the beginning. In kindergarten, this was begun by you and a friend of yours.
Yes. Let's call her, Alice.
Alice.
Okay, so me and Alice were like, we want to make a club, and we want to make it a fantastic club that everyone will want to join. So we were like, let's call it Sniggy Snack, and we had no structure to it. It was literally just a club.
And see, I heard about this. See, Renee and I were not friends at this point. You know, we kind of knew each other in passing, as kindergartners do, you know.
I saw you, like, across the hall, and I was like,
hey,
who's that fish?
But yeah, so I knew of it, and I thought it was a little strange, not gonna lie, but that was the precursor to...
the hell. Me and Alice got our entire class involved in it, and we actually got away with it, because there was a no club rule at our school, but we got away with it because we let our entire class in, so that worked well. It was just a club. There was literally nothing to it. Once I got to first grade, and Leah and I became buddy boys, we kind of developed it. I don't know why we stuck with Sniggy Snack, but we kind of developed it into a fairy cult. Mm-hmm. And I know that kids believe in fairies and they come up with weird shit, but we were like...
We believed in this. We believed that... I remember having a dream when I was 7 years old, and I thought this was for real. Mm-hmm. I saw some gold sparkle shit, start appearing as a cloud in front of the gate at our school, because our school has,
it looks like a prison.
Yeah, basically.
It looks like a prison.
Yes, it was a prison. And so, I see, my refuge from it just, come glittering down in a cloud. And I'm like, those are some cool sparkles. Mm-hmm. So I go towards the sparkles, obviously. Come on, they're fucking sparkles. So I see these sparkles in the dream, and I float up towards it, and I just, it comes into me, and I transform into my fairy Sniggy Snack self, which I firmly believed in as a child. Okay, this was my religion. Okay, I wasn't Christian, I was a Sniggy Snacker.
No, but okay, aside from the actual lore of our little cult, we would end friendships with people for leaving. There was a shunning system in place. It was actually...
This was an entire cult.
It was actually destructive and bad, and why did we do that? We thought that it was literally life and death. We thought we were fighting for our life by sitting there and holding our head we're fighting spiritual.
One of the most nervous days of my young life was when I had to tell Renee in the locker room before gym, I think. Or it was
during gym.
During gym.
We were both in the bathroom.
We were both in the bathroom. We weren't, PE enthusiasts, obviously.
We were in 3rd grade at this point. We had been in it for a while.
Around... 9 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know how old you are in 3rd grade.
I say something like a middle-aged southern mom.
Something like that.
Something like that.
I walk up to Renee and I was like, Renee. I'm going to paraphrase because I obviously don't remember exactly what I said, but I said something along the lines of, Renee, I'm so sorry, and I totally understand if, you don't want to be friends, but I don't actually believe in it.
Neither do I.
Yeah. That's kind of how it went down.
Yes, exactly like that.
Mm-hmm.
Dramatic recreation. We involved some of our friends, but they never stuck around the way we did, because
they weren't committed like us.
Okay, aside from the cult, because this video would be 10 hours long if we went into all of it. So, we have a list here. I might actually end up dividing this into 2 parts, because it's a list. So the next thing is we had a lot of fights. Now, I don't really want to go into too much detail about mental illness on this channel because, like, I've talked about Tourette's. That's enough for now. But let's just say I have a disorder that I like to call whack bitch syndrome, which basically meant that our childhood fights were, like...
Childhood fights on steroids.
Best...
You took my grapes.
I think the best example is what we call the Great Grape Feud. I'm going to tell the beginning of it.
But then I want to tell it from my point of view.
Fine. Okay.
Fine.
Fine. It's wrong, but
fine.
Basically, Leah forgot her lunch money one day, and she owed a little bit of money to the lunch lady, and she was a terrified child. Like, her fear was just
I don't even remember I owed money to the lunch lady.
She owed money to the lunch lady.
I forgot about that.
And she thought, oh, what's the best way to solve this? Like, go into the lunchroom and say, hey, I forgot it, I'll bring it tomorrow. Obviously not. We were in, like, 4th grade at the time. She said, okay, I'm going to eat lunch in the bathroom.
I'm so relatable, though. That's still what I would do to this day.
Okay, this was a Catholic elementary school bathroom, so this was, like, a yike from me, dog. I was a true, good, loyal friend, and I said, I'll eat lunch in the bathroom with you, because I'm just the best person ever. And she said, thank you. You really are the best friend that anyone could ever have by a lot.
Did I? Just kidding.
Okay, so we made this deal. Now, we traded things all the time. And I didn't like fruit leathers, those little dried fruit things.
I don't know why. Like, you're crazy.
Shut up, Leah. So, basically...
Renee with fucking succulents.
So, basically...
You're getting your hair all over him.
So, basically...
Renee, no, seriously. No, I love these guys. He's fragile. I'm sorry.
Like your ego.
Yeah, true.
So basically, we agreed to trade where I'd get 4 grapes and she'd get my fruit leather, which was completely, like, we were both happy on both sides. And she went to get something from her backpack, and I said, hey, I'm going to grab the grapes and put fruit leather in your lunchbox. And I went to do that, and I was reaching into the bag with the precious pearls of sweet, the grapes. So I was grabbing the grapes, and Leah, my dear sweet friend Leah, turns around and says,
why do you always have to touch my stuff?
And I was like,
to be fair, I was in a bad mood that day.
to be fair, you said that. I naturally was not enthused by this, so I turned around and I walked out of the lunchroom, and I remember in the distance, in a small voice, I heard her saying, I thought you were going to eat with me. But I gave 0 shits. I just strode down the hall carrying my lunchbox, and I was like, I'm gonna go eat my lunch in the cafeteria with the cool kids that don't owe money. So, we had a mutual friend. We were like a little trio for the girl that I'm going to call Patricia. And she always kind of had to choose sides with our fights because they happened a lot.
Yeah.
So, I was talking to her and telling her what happened. And I remember her saying, wow, for once I'm actually on your side. And I was like, yes. I don't know why I'm hitting my chest. What the But basically, I was like, yes, perfect. Someone who agrees with me. I'm right. Leah's wrong. So I didn't really see her for the rest of lunch, but right after lunch we had PE and we were playing kickball. And for some reason I was chosen to be the team captain that had to pick teams. Every little kid's nightmare, right? Or dream. I guess it depends on who you are. Either way, this is normally where I'd scoop up all my friends right away, so I had my buddies to talk to in the kickball line. But I was bitter. I remember looking directly at Leah, just staring her in the eyes, and then choosing someone I didn't like, that she knew I didn't like, and I just kept...
And she goes through every person in the line and doesn't choose me. And mind you, I don't get chosen for kickball, okay?
Yeah.
None of us did. So it's an unspoken thought, you know, when your friend gets, you know, chosen to be the kickball wizard master chooser person. You know, you're gonna pick your fucking friends, right? And it was a few grapes. It was one thing I said, and you know, just like spiraling. You know, so from my perspective, it was just a drastic overreaction. And in my mind, I was like, I right now have no friends.
Douglas.
So Renee goes through, you know, every person, and I just start like bawling in front of everyone. I cried so hard. I went to the nurse's office. They thought I was sick. They took my temperature. I had a fever because my head was so hot. And I actually got sent home early that day, and I remember looking at everyone as my mom was picking me up. And it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough.
Here's the thing. I was so intent on being that bitch that I didn't even look at her after choosing teams. And then that afternoon I was like, where'd Leah go?
Yeah, you wanted to know where I was. And I was like, oh, fuck you.
Something like that. And then eventually someone was like, oh, she got sick. And I was like, that's a crazy coincidence.
I I was sick. I had a fever.
That night I called her because I fix everything. So I called her and I was like, hey. And she was like, hey. And I was like, I'm sorry, can we be friends? And she was like, I'm sorry, yes. And we were like, okay.
Yeah.
Best friends forever.
Yeah, no, but seriously, we always made up super easily. And
But we always had, like, friendship-ending fights. Like, we were dramatic little.
I think that's why in my friendships now, I am not a dramatic or confrontational person. If there's the slightest bit of drama, like, you know, I'm fucking, like, I'm hitting the road. I mean, not really. I don't ditch my friends, but, you know.
And then I'm in here with my... Wake me up inside. I'm probably gonna bleep out, because, like, that's TMI for the internet. If this gets enough likes, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys about all my mental illnesses because I love attention. All right, I think that's enough of that one. Let's move on to the next one in the list. The Listerine mouthwash. The songs. So there's 3 I think we need to talk about.
There's the worm song, the duty teacher song,
and then third is the gay song.
I totally forgot.
Okay.
We're gay. I don't know what I am. I would say I have a boyfriend currently, but
what a thought, right?
I know. I would say I have definitely been into girls before, but so I don't really label my sexuality.
Yeah, I'm super queer, but like I made a video where I was like, lesbian reacts to boyfriend ASMR. Now I feel like a liar, so like don't shoot me. This is the first song we ever wrote together, and we were in 3rd grade, and we're like, let's write a dramatic love song. And so we wrote the song, and we were just learning what the word gay meant, and we thought it just meant like, it's like when a boy and a girl are like moi, except it's a boy and a boy or a girl and a girl. We were like, what? What's
that can happen?
But we didn't imagine it for ourselves, but we were just like, okay, that exists somewhere in the world, possibly. So we were like, let's make a song about it because we're bored. And so we started singing. We were walking down the street loving
and saw each other.
And we were horrible singers. We were in 3rd grade. One of our lines was literally, we're gay. And here's the thing. You know who we decided to present this to?
Our 3rd grade teacher in our Catholic elementary school. I can't remember what she said.
I remember the look on her face. And I remember us asking if we could present it to our class, and she was like, maybe we should wait a little bit first. And then we forgot about it, and we're like, okay, cool.
I mean, we're kind of the gay icons of the century.
Yeah, honestly, like, bow to me, peasants. That was our first song. Second one, is that the worm one?
The worm one. We spent our recesses, when it was raining, in the spring months, as it does, we spent it rescuing the worms that would crawl onto the blacktop from the soil, because, you know, and we would put them back in the soil.
Some of those poor souls didn't make it, and they drowned. So we had to memorialize them. Are you ready?
Oh,
little wormies, let your spirits rise up and go to heaven and be happy and play in the dirt with all your wormy friends and be happy forevermore.
Yeah, so that's basically how that went. There's a few more verses.
We had another verse for sure, but all I remember is the first few lines. Oh, little wormies, may God pat you on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
But sadly, you do not have any shoulders.
It was ingenious.
Yeah, we were in 4th grade, and our teacher loved it. Our 4th grade teacher was awesome. Like, she was, like, so supportive of our worming adventures. It was fantastic. And then the 3rd song is, I think we were in 5th grade. There's a little club that we had in 5th grade that we're going to get into a little bit more later. But basically we got up to all kinds of shenanigans, and we got in trouble a lot for stuff like running up slides or whatever.
And we're basically just, you know, the rebels of, like, the century also. Like, damn.
True mad lads. So the 3rd recess duty teachers never paid any attention, so we could do whatever we wanted without getting in trouble.
We had a 3rd recess?
Yeah, that's what the song was about, was the 3rd recess duty teachers. Regardless, we found a video of her in 5th grade singing the song, so I'm just going to show that.
If it sends, like, because that computer is
If it
trash.
doesn't send, we have our stand-in right here, which is, I get paid no matter what I do, just stand around and look official. I get paid no matter what I do, just stand around and I don't care. And then there were verses, because we were geniuses. No. Long story short, we were geniuses.
We
I don't
started
know
a
what to
business.
say.
We were young entrepreneurs.
Yeah, we should probably talk about that at some point.
Yeah, because
Coming in part 2. Anyway, that is all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe, and maybe comment if Leah's your new favorite person, which she should be.
I'm my favorite person, so I don't care if you don't think.
We support self-love in this household.
Yes.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's all for today. Bye!
Bye.